boy. Here you go.
Man. And you guys know Jeremy?
I went to high school with him.
Oh, so you're buddies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fellas, we're about a minute out here.
You want to introduce yourself first? You are the founder.
I don't care.
I'll let you. We don't want to speak over each other.
Right.
So is this your brand? Is this your label? Is this your the name? It's not like a corporate thing, or
No, yeah, that's ours.
it's
Yeah.
just you own it. You
Yep,
trademark it.
the
Okay.
USCCA is who certifies us.
And
Let's
that's
just
the
do
United
it.
States Concealed Carry Association.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, fellas, let's rock it.
Yeah.
Flitz Classic Rock 103.9, The Fox, The Crew, and Kickstart My Heart. And we are about to kickstart the Fox Lounge this evening, and I'm excited, man. We got a couple of gentlemen in here who run a wonderful business called Michigan Public Safety Training Center. Tony and Brad in-house tonight. What's happening, fellas?
How you doing, Mac?
Doing great.
Feeling good.
Great to have both of you in here tonight. Fellas, explain a little bit, and if you want to share your stories or swap, one of the things that I think is important before we start to get into the skills training for basic and advanced people, for personal defense, for situational awareness, a lot of the things that you guys are going to talk about tonight. Let's let the audience know a little bit about you guys and your law enforcement background, so they're going, wow, we got the real deal in here.
Right, so my name's Tony. I've been a police officer for 18 years now. About 2 years ago, I founded the Michigan Public Safety Training Center, and Brad Feaster to my left, he's co-owner in it with me now. I brought him on last year. We found, especially during the pandemic, that people were scared. They were terrified to be in their homes, and I wanted to do something to help them.
Yeah.
So now we have this company. We offer CPL classes, threat assessments, safety plans, a whole array of stuff.
All right. How about you, man?
Well, I've been in law enforcement for 10 years myself. I'm a certified firearms instructor from the MCOLs. Also a certified USCCA instructor, along with Tony. And I've been the lead instructor for the police department for probably going on 5 years now.
Wow, okay.
And Tony recently actually took over the lead spot of that
Okay.
from me, as I kind of moved into another role on that.
And both of you gentlemen are active police officers as we speak, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes.
You didn't leave your duty to start this company. It's a combination of both going together.
That's correct.
Wow, amazing stuff, man. I agree with what you said. There are some scared people that have no idea how to react if they're put in a situation of danger. I suppose the tendency of human beings is to not fight, but flight, take off, run, try to get away if you can. And that doesn't always turn out to be maybe the best solution. So talk a little bit about, and if you just want to start with, even personal defense, how people, and I would imagine it would be of almost any age, male or female, that can find some kind of a proactive education within being taught this.
Sure. Well, of course, you have to be 21 in order to get a CPL.
Okay.
However,
Explain what a CPL is.
So that's a concealed pistol license, of
Okay.
course. And what that means is that would give you permission to carry a pistol concealed, obviously. And there are some certain protected areas where you can't carry, but for the most part, you can carry in your car. And, especially if you're a real estate agent or you work in some other job where you're alone, maybe you have to go to a place that it's not so comfortable. you can carry that firearm concealed and nobody even knows you have it.
When you say a concealed weapon that you can carry in your car, can you have it in a holster on your hip? Do you have to lock it in your glove box while you're transporting? Does it need to be in your trunk? Does it need to be in the back seat? I've heard conflicting things. We all hear stories that, man, this guy got pulled over or this woman got pulled over and she had a gun in the car, but she claims she had a permit and blah, 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 blah. Can you define a little bit what that means when you're actually traveling in your vehicle?
Right. You got to understand that Michigan's an open carry state, right? So the CPO comes in. If you're open carrying, and let's say you put a jacket on, now you have concealed your firearm. That's when you need a CPL. If you're open carrying and you sit inside your car, that car is actually concealing your firearm, so you need a CPL.
Okay.
Not saying you can't. You can drive with a weapon in the vehicle without a CPL. However, you have to do it appropriately. You have to take the ammunition out of it. You have to put it in a lockbox. The ammunition can't be with that firearm in that lockbox.
Okay. So a CPL, does that also allot you to be able to walk in? I know a lot of places now will have signage that says, no weapons allowed, or they'll have a gun with a slash going through it. Can you go to places where that is not posted, let's say a park, or let's say you're out walking your dog down the street, whatever the case may be, can you have your piece on you at that time if you have that permit?
Sure. So it, even walking into certain buildings that have that slash there, the gun, the picture of the gun with the slash, it's a bit of a controversial statement, but at the same time, if you have a CPL, you can carry in those locations, providing state law doesn't prevent that. However, if you do carry in those locations and you're caught, you could be asked to leave. There would be no law stating that you can't carry there.
So if you've always been somebody who may or may not be a gun owner, but wants to go into a program to get their carry license, or someone who may be a gun owner and does not have one, how do we go about this as the public to get to you guys so you can train us properly?
You don't need any experience. You don't even have to be comfortable with a firearm because we're going to do that for you. You don't even have to own a firearm because we will have firearms available to you to use and to try out. You're going to get with us. We're going to run you through an 8-hour class. That's your CPO class. Now, 8 hours may or may not be enough time to get you comfortable with a firearm. We offer other classes, advanced firearms training, or even if you take our CPO class and you call us in a month and say, hey, I went through your class, I'm not that comfortable with my firearm yet, we're going to take you out to the range.
What type of client, let me ask you this, what does your client have to prove? Because we hear when they're coming to sign, I'm sure they need some kind of an identification, but there's so much talk in the world today of background checks and people's mental deficiencies. How do you guys determine all that, and what would a potential client need to present to you to show that they're stable enough to be able to handle the course, to handle a gun, to be able to shoot targets and whatever else goes on?
So to take our class, so what you're talking about is something at the county and state level to actually get your CPL.
Okay.
But when you come to our class, you don't need to prove anything except proficiency with that firearm, and that we believe that you can safely handle it. And that's what we're watching for during that 8-hour class.
So literally, if someone has never had a firearm, and you guys, you're not doing rifles or shotguns, right? You're strictly doing...
That's correct. Yeah.
You're strictly doing
pistols.
handguns.
Yes.
Are these revolvers or are they automatics?
If you bring a revolver to our class for the CPL, you can certainly use a revolver. We offer rentals at class, and that is a semi-auto.
Okay, so you literally, if you have somebody that is interested, can come in, you'll actually show them, you'll physically hand them the gun, show them how to pack the clip, show them how to position themselves, where to put their hands, how to use the sight, everything in a safe environment.
So we actually have the way that our class is structured is we do our classroom instruction first, and then we actually do with yellow guns. So they're completely inert. They're a piece of plastic. They do nothing else. We spend some time in the classroom actually learning hand placement, all the firearm safety rules, all that kind of good stuff. So we do a lot of hands-on before we even get to the range.
Okay.
And again, that's for those that have maybe never even fired a gun, those that are extremely maybe nervous, and even for those that have been police officers or
Right.
have extensive backgrounds in firearms.
Right, want to sharpen their skills.
For sure.
Yeah, because shooting is not, and I love this man dearly in his movies, but shooting is not a Clint Eastwood movie. Shooting is not what you see on the cop shows on TV. There's ways that you position your body and ways that you hold your hands and ways that, because you're always going to get a kickback on a gun, right? I mean, no matter what, even a 22 will kick back a little bit on you. But this is part of what you invest into your clients: how to stand, how to position, where to look.
Right, and we take it further than that. Most people will give you the CPO class and they'll teach you that stuff. We go the next step further, and we teach you how to avoid having to use your firearm. So we're going to teach you about situational awareness, how to avoid conflict
Wow.
In public, because we want you to be able to protect yourself, but we don't want you to have to be put in that position.
After someone goes through your program, and I want to get real specific about some of these programs that you have as we continue with the program, but from the clients that you've had, when someone completes the course, let's say someone who's skilled, that's just sharpening what they already have, or someone who's brand new to handguns and goes through this course or this program, do you see a change in their personality as far as confidence?
Well, so we've had a couple of clients that I've talked to after a month or two, and I would say that it's not night and day, but it's certainly there's an elevated confidence level.
Okay.
And actually enthusiasm too, because they're
Right.
like, I want to go back to the range. I want to, shooting is a perishable skill, and if you're not using it, you'll lose it.
Right.
And so they want to get better and be more proficient. But again, this course isn't just about shooting. It's about avoiding the shooting.
That's
the big part.
That's a real important statement. What to know in your situation, and the firearm is almost a secondary or low tier reaction to how you assess the situation before you're even thinking about your firearm. So you're teaching people how to be psychologically prepared for the situations that they're in.
Well, the biggest thing is that you have to remember is you're your family's and yourself's first responder. It's up
Right.
to you to keep yourself and your family safe and alive. And the biggest thing for that is being situationally aware and knowing what's going on around you. That
Okay.
firearm is your last ditch effort in the event of something catastrophic.
Something
it's your
tragic.
Sure.
Okay.
And it's your last ditch effort to get yourself and your family to safety.
Gotcha. Tony and Brad in studio, Michigan Public Safety Training Center. We're talking to these two experts, these two professionals tonight. We want to talk about CPL. We want to talk about something that I didn't even consider, which I can't wait for these guys to share: real estate agent safety. You don't even think about stuff like that. Threat assessments, home protection. We got a lot to talk about. Fellas, do you have a phone number if people want to reach out?
If they go to our Facebook page, that's how we have people contact us and set up the classes. So Michigan Public Safety Training Center on the Facebook.
Okay, cool. And if you folks have any questions tonight, 810-230-9777. We'll kick the lines open for a little bit. Maybe these gentlemen can answer some questions for you. We're live on Facebook. We'll continue talking to Tony and Brad here in a moment as we take a quick time out on the Fox Lounge on Flint's Classic Rock 103.9 The Fox.
Went all right?
Good job, boys.
I should have mentioned the website. I forgot. That's
I
why I
saw
had
it.
to give me this.
I saw it, but I was like, it's all right.
All right, go ahead and do your thing. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out why this
Okay.
is going live. I'm gonna fix it.
We got a call here, fellas.
Okay.
Ooh, very fun.
All right.
Excited.
103.9 The Fox. It's Mac. Welcome to the Fox Lounge. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing terrific. What's your name?
Kim?
Hi, Kim. Do you have a
And I
question?
was-
Do you have a question for Tony
Yeah,
and Brad?
Yeah, I was just wondering where this is located so I can get there and get signed up.
So if we do it in various venues, our upcoming class that is March 18th, we're actually going to do that in Fowlerville at the VFW Hall. But if you go to our website, which is MichiganPublicSafetyTrainingCenter.com, then you can find the classes and sign up on the website.
Okay. Well, the March 18th one is just a hop, skip, and a jump from where I live. So,
Oh, perfect.
I mean, is it? Are they like? Do they fill up fast, or I mean, can anybody just come in, or?
Yeah, you go to the website and you use the promo code Fox. We're gonna give you $25 off, but there's certainly room in the upcoming class, and if there wasn't, we'd make room for you just for calling in.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a
you.
great night. Thank you for listening.
Bye bye.
There you go, fellas. The magic of radio.
Nice.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Isn't that fun?
Isn't
Why
that
are we here?
crazy?
Every day.
Like every other month.
Isn't it crazy, man? You don't see, all you do is hear, and
Right.
there's something, that's why it's important. Like I
For
was
sure.
saying, to really
Yeah.
quantify who you are, what you are, and what you do.
We forgot to mention the veteran.
Eh,
Then
it'll come up.
you'll slide that in.
Well,